Guys, so finally, what I think is the most important or most often asked question when you want to get into selling 3D print files is how the heck do you market yourself and actually get the sales? Which is forever the question of any small business owner, right? Is like, how do you actually get eyes from the people that want your work? How do you find them? How do you get them to find you? And honestly, like, social media is the crap out of everything. Like, I know it sounds really intimidating and really daunting, and it does take a lot of work, but like, post your models everywhere. You know, first you got like the platforms that you list your models on for sale, like that we already talked about. And that is a good start. Those will get you some eyeballs on your work and some good exposure, but you really want to drive your sales to your own stuff. You know, no matter what website you put your stuff on, they are not going to do all the work for you to get your sales. So, you know, I post on Instagram, I post on TikTok, I post on Twitter, I post on Threads, I post on YouTube, I post on Facebook, and experimenting with like different type of content and things and posts to do and seeing, you know, what performs well. I also live stream on TikTok some, and that gets me a surprising amount of like engagement and like new interest in my design because people think it's a fascinating process. So really, like, you have to invest and you got to put the work out. And I know, especially most of us creative people, we hate marketing. We hate selling things. And also, like, making content consistently is hard. I understand. And so just kind of getting in the habit of how can you think of ways to incorporate content into your daily routine of whether that's model making, you know, painting your models, doing your model 3MFs, like deplating your models. You know, everything can be content surrounding your brand. And so keeping that in mind while you're going about your workflow every day and being like, okay, you know, like, I'm gonna paint this model, so let me set up my tripod and record this. Things like that. And also, you know, every time that you're posting a model, you know, be tagging the places, the marketplaces that you have your model attached on you, like that tag Quilts 3D, My Mini Factory, things. A lot of them will repost your social media posts, which can be really helpful. And it's really nice of them to do that and kind of help give you a little bit of a boost in exposure. Another good thing that was really helpful for me in the beginning was actually other 3D printing groups online, specifically like on Facebook, which was very surprising to me. But, you know, there are dozens of 3D printing groups that you can join on Facebook. And you got to be careful and like tactful about this because some groups, you know, they don't want like spam of just like salespeople on there all the time, which is 100% valid. So true. But a lot of these groups do support and want to see like new designs from artists. They just don't want you to be like spammy salesperson-y. And also like look at the group rules, like gauge the groups that you're in. Some of them don't mind if you're like, hey, this is a model I made. Some of them are going to be a lot more picky. And so kind of make sure you're looking at the group rules and respecting that. But most of the time I would come on with a new model that I made and, you know, have pictures of my models that I put up and be like, hey, like this is the cool thing that I just printed. And then a lot of people are like, hey, like where do you get the STL for this? Where's the file for this? And then I would give them the link to it. But I don't come on there and being like, hey, look at this cool thing that I just made. Go buy it with the link right there. That is usually going to get flagged as like spammy or something like that. And just like, it's not the best vibe, in my opinion. You just look salesperson-y. But again, like I'm a bad salesperson. So that's just my preference that I'm bad at that. That's not my skill set. And so that's not my vibe to be super salespeople. I would rather come into these communities and just be like, hey, here's this cool thing. Look at the cool thing. And if you want it, I will share it with you. Versus like, please buy my thing. You know, you see that approach? And also with content too, like posting consistently. We all know we have to post consistently on social media in order to grow. And we all know that it's annoying. But it's just, it is what it is. It is the thing that will help us grow. Yeah, and as far as like different types of content too, this is something that I tell people all the time if they're making content. Like, I'm not a person that goes viral and like gets tons of views, but just for me, consistently getting engagement and stuff like that, you know, I always say I post content for my current viewers, my current followers that want to engage with me. And I will also post content that is more like trendy, like jumping on the little audio trends on TikTok, things like that. Because I will post content, more long form content, kind of like this, that is going to help my current viewers. And I also want to post kind of catchy, smaller content bits here and there that I am posting with the intention of trying to bring in new eyes and try to get those views, And so you don't necessarily want to post all or one or the other. You want to post a combination of both because you want to give that content to your current viewers and then reaching out of that to try to grab new people. And really too, like with your content, my motto with making my content is I always think about what type of content do I like to watch and do I enjoy? And that is the type of content I'll put out. And even if some type of content is like, seems stupid or silly, if it's the type of content that I enjoy, I'm like, whatever, someone else might enjoy this too. I'm gonna enjoy making it. And if I'm gonna enjoy watching it, I'll put it out here. And that doesn't always have to be like, this is a 3D print. Maybe that's like, I do outfit of the day on TikTok and like different things because I am my brand also, and people like to get to know you. That also comes back to like engage with your community. That is huge. And I know sometimes it takes a lot of brain power to engage either like in a Discord or all your messages or your social medias and stuff, but people really, really appreciate it. And I really, really appreciate them because like without them, I don't have a career. I don't have my job, right? And so I figure it's the least I can do to be like, engage with them and like share their stuff and like help them out and encourage them. And also like, you're my friends now, like we're friends, we're buddies. If you want to chat with me, I'm here to chat, that goes a long way to helping like create that community. And also as far as like content goes, I post, content to get new people that has a tendency or a more likelihood to just draw in new eyes. I post longer form content for, current people that I'm expecting that might want this kind of information stuff. I post content about just every new model that I come out with has a video or social media post somewhere. And I also try to think about like what type of content can I put out that's going to be helpful to my community. Again, there's not just, hey, look at all my stuff, buy my stuff. It is, what do y'all want? Videos like this, where I'm like, hi, I'm getting these questions or people are wondering about this. Like, how can I help engage with y'all and help give back to the community versus just give me money, And that will help your content and your brand grow a lot. Is just like being you and being sincere and just being like, this is the stuff I make, this is the weird stuff that I love, and hopefully y'all love it too, and you'll find your people. Because really all of this is just about like finding your people, and the more genuine you are with yourself is the easier you will find those people that will vibe with you and your content and what type of stuff you put out. I put out a bunch of nerdy dragon fantasy and animal stuff because that's what I love. And turns out a lot of y'all like it as well. So yeah, post everywhere, connect whatever social medias you can connect to post automatically for you. Do that. Like everything I post on Instagram automatically goes to my Facebook page. So that way I don't really have to worry about Facebook. I just check notifications. I don't have to worry about posting on there extra. It also goes to Threads most of the time. And so connecting those things like that, you can also get management apps that will let you schedule posts on multiple different platforms if that is easier for you. Also, I am a somewhat impulsive and erratic poster, so I used to do that. I don't do that as much anymore because more often I will get whims and go on like posting sprees, which is not the greatest for the algorithm, but it makes me happy. So this is what we do. But yeah, those are different tools that can help you kind of keep that consistency and spreading out across all those platforms, because I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot because I do it, but it is really worth it, and that is what is going to help get as many eyes on your work as possible. Because again, you just need to find your people, and the higher percentage of people that see your stuff, there's going to be a percentage of all those people in there that want your stuff. So make the stuff that makes you happy and get out there, interact with your community, be genuine. You are your brand. And hopefully this is somewhat helpful, and I didn't just ramble a whole lot, but hopefully y'all are having a good one, and I'll talk to you later.